For weeks, an unrelenting fatigue had settled over me, creeping in like a fog I couldn't shake. It began subtly, dozing off during meetings, struggling to keep my eyes open during my favorite shows. I brushed it off as burnout at first, but a pattern emerged. Every night, after drinking the chamomile tea my wife, Clara, lovingly prepared, a heavy drowsiness would consume me. The coincidence was too stark to ignore, and a flicker of suspicion sparked in my mind. Clara had always been warm and devoted, but lately, her demeanor had shifted. She grew distant, her words clipped, her smiles strained, as if she were performing for an audience she no longer cared for. The combination of her coldness and my constant exhaustion gnawed at me, planting a seed of doubt that grew into something I couldn't dismiss. One evening, I faked sleep early, lying still with my eyes barely open. From the corner of my vision, I watched Clara glide into the kitchen. She stirred something into my tea, her movements deliberate, glancing over her shoulder as if guarding a secret. My heart sank. This wasn't just my imagination. The next day, I confided in my coworker, Sarah, a former paramedic. Her face tightened as I described the tea and my symptoms. "That sounds like it could be sedatives," she warned. "Skip the tea tonight and see what happens." Her words gave me a plan. That evening, I played my part, smiling, thanking Clara for the tea, even brushing a kiss across her cheek. But I didn't drink it. Instead, when her eyes were on me, I accidentally knocked the cup off the table, letting it crash to the floor. Clara leapt up, her face flashing with something too intense for a simple spill. "You didn't even taste it," she said, her voice low and sharp. I laughed it off, mumbling about clumsiness, but her gaze lingered, cold and calculating, as I mopped up the mess. The air felt thick, charged with unspoken tension. Later that night, I pretended to sleep again. Around midnight, I heard Clara's hushed voice on the phone in the next room. "It's not working anymore," she whispered. "He's starting to notice." My pulse raced. I recorded the call on my phone, hidden beneath my pillow, and saved a copy. Then, while she was still talking, I grabbed a bag and slipped out, crashing at a friend's place for the night. The next morning, I went to a private clinic for a toxicology screening. The results confirmed my fears. Traces of zolpidem, a potent sedative I'd never been prescribed. Armed with the report, I met with a lawyer, sharing the recording, the test results, and texts I'd sent to colleagues about my symptoms. We went to the police, who launched an investigation and searched our home. Tucked behind a jar of supplements in the kitchen, they found an unmarked bottle of prescription-grade sleeping pills, registered to a name I didn't recognize. When confronted, Clara's denials crumbled under the weight of the evidence. She confessed, her voice breaking, that she'd been drugging me to slip away at night to meet someone else, a stranger to me. The betrayal stung, but relief washed over me too. I hadn't been paranoid. My instincts had saved me from something far worse. Clara faced charges of reckless endangerment and prescription fraud. I filed for divorce days later. As the legal process unfolded, I kept replaying that moment when the tea hit the floor. It was the instant everything shifted, when she realized I was onto her, and I realized the woman I loved was a threat.